I found the file on her laptop by accident. It was a folder named Freedom Plan. At first, I thought it was a Pinterest board or some motivational nonsense she'd been working on. But when I opened it, there were neatly organized Word documents, each labeled by year: Phase 1, Emotional Distance; Phase 2, Financial Independence; Phase 3, Exit Strategy. And under the last folder, a document titled Legal Preparation. That was the moment I realized my marriage wasn't dying. It had been murdered, one careful step at a time. Mira and I had been married for 7 years. She was my best friend, my confidant. The kind of woman who smiled through every dinner party, who made everyone feel comfortable, who told me we were a team against the world. I believed her. But 3 years ago, things began to shift. Slowly at first. She started working late. Then she joined a women's empowerment group that met every Thursday. She began insisting on separate bank accounts for independence. When I questioned it, she smiled and said, "Every woman should have her own safety net." I thought I was being supportive. What I didn't realize was that I was funding her freedom. The first document in the folder read like a psychological checklist. Phase 1. Create emotional distance. Become too busy to connect. Introduce subtle conflicts to shift blame. Encourage him to believe the spark is gone naturally. There were notes underneath, her own words. He's too forgiving. I need him tired, emotionally drained, less likely to fight back when I leave. My chest tightened as I scrolled further. She had logged events like an accountant tracking deductions. July 2022. Started sleeping in guest room after argument. Good progress. He stopped insisting on reconciliation. October 2022. Began documenting his mood swings for future use. Mood swings. I'd cried in front of her once when I lost my job. She'd written that down as emotional instability. By Phase 2, I could barely breathe reading. Objective. Establish financial independence and secure narrative of control. Start therapy, optional, to frame self as recovering from emotional neglect. Attached was a PDF, an email draft to her lawyer. Once I'm stable enough, I'll file. The goal is not just separation. It's protection. He's a good man but naive. I can use that. My hands trembled. I looked over at her, sleeping peacefully in our bed, her face soft, her breathing even. I wanted to shake her awake, scream why? But I didn't. Instead, I copied everything. Every file, every email, every plan. And then I waited. For the next few weeks, I acted normal. I made breakfast, kissed her forehead before work, sent her goodnight texts when she was at the gym. She didn't know I'd already found Phase 3. Exit strategy. File for divorce after building emotional record. Accuse him of control, passive aggression, and financial manipulation. Seek spousal support. Move into apartment already leased in my name. I found the lease. Dated 6 months ago. I even found the messages with Ethan, a coworker she'd been mentoring. Nothing sexual but full of emotional intimacy. The kind of words that used to be mine. You make me feel seen, Ethan. Like I can finally breathe again. I felt like a ghost living in my own house. When the day came, I didn't stop her. She sat me down one morning, coffee in hand, expression perfectly rehearsed. "I think we've grown apart, Armin. I'm not happy anymore. I need to find myself again." I just nodded. "I understand." Her eyes flickered like she expected a fight. But I didn't give her one. Within a week, she'd filed for divorce. Her lawyer claimed I was emotionally manipulative and financially controlling. She requested alimony, half the assets and the house. What she didn't know was that I'd already shared her freedom plan with my lawyer. Every document, every timestamp, every email draft. The evidence was brutal. It showed premeditation, malicious intent, and psychological manipulation. Her entire narrative collapsed in front of the judge. Her lawyer withdrew halfway through the hearing. When the verdict came, the judge denied her alimony and granted me sole ownership of the house. He even called her behavior strategic deceit. Myra's expression that day still haunts me. Not anger, not regret, just disbelief. Like she couldn't understand how her perfect plan had turned into her own downfall. A week later, she showed up at my door. Her makeup was smudged, her hands trembling. "You destroyed me," she said. I laughed bitterly. "No, Mira. You destroyed us. I just showed everyone the blueprint. She stood there for a long time before whispering, I didn't think you'd ever fight back. And that's what hurt the most. She didn't just plan to leave me. She planned to use me, confident that my love would keep me quiet. It's been 8 months since the divorce. I still catch myself replaying those nights when she'd hold my hand, promise me forever, all while writing instructions on how to dismantle me. Some days I still miss her, the version that existed before the plan. But I also know that version was a lie she built for convenience. People tell me I should move on, that I won. But there's no victory in surviving betrayal. There's just silence. An empty kind that fills every corner of your house when trust has been turned into paperwork. Still, there's a strange peace in knowing the truth. I didn't destroy her. I simply gave her what she'd been planning all along, freedom. Only difference is, she didn't expect the price. Now, when I open that old folder, I don't feel rage anymore. Just clarity. Each file is a reminder that love without honesty is nothing but strategy in disguise. And sometimes the best revenge isn't shouting or fighting. It's letting someone's own words become their undoing. Her freedom plan ended exactly as she designed it. She got her freedom. I got mine too. But only one of us had to lose everything to realize what freedom truly costs.